Hi, Arike. Thank you very much for that precious introduction. Thank you very
Welcome.
much, Miriam, and all the organizers of this event. Thank you to the Network of Nigerians in Canada. I do not think I've ever spoken on this platform before, so I am very grateful. I count it a privilege. Thank you guys so much for having me. Um, yes, my topic is achieving wellness in a pandemic. And I'm sure you guys are tired of the pandemic. I particularly am tired of the pandemic. Just 2 days ago, I had to explain to my 5-year-old why we wouldn't go and visit another friend or another family who was a bit larger in number than we were because of the restrictions in gatherings. I had to explain to my 13-year-old why we would not most likely be going to Canada Wonderland this year because of this pandemic. It's been a year and too long if I was going to measure it. So, so many people are tired and so am I. But the thing is, we can't afford to let down our mental and emotional health even during the pandemic. It's important for us to be intentional, not let it go to chance. Let's not allow the pandemic to, carry us like a wave. We are supposed to ride that wave victoriously. So that is the crux of my speech, or my 15-minute gist with you guys today. Yes, the feeling of tiredness, or the feeling of, oh, it's been too long, this pandemic has been too long, is an emotion that we may all have in common. But there are other emotions that we experience, so we're tired, we're sad, we're happy, we are frustrated, we are excited. Emotions run wild within us as human beings. That's what distinguishes us from other species. But in fact, animals also experience emotions, but to a different degree. Now, within us as humans, emotions precede thought, but they also loop back. So your thoughts influence your emotions, and your emotions also influences your thoughts. So as an example, if I think thoughts of the risk of catching COVID, if I go to the grocery store, inevitably, I will start feeling fear. I will start feeling some form of anxiety. If I let it go on too far, I may be paranoid even to leave my house. So we see that emotions and thoughts, they can loop back around. If I was going to combat that feeling of fear or anxiety, I can now think about the precautions. As an example, oh, I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to use the sanitizer. I'm going to even wear gloves, or I will not touch anything when I'm in the store. If I have those thoughts, they may now calm down my feelings of fear and anxiety. But even though it's a loop, you can inject something within the cycle of your emotions and thoughts. And that is what feeds your thoughts. So the very first contemplation I want us to have is, what are you feeding your thoughts? So what are you watching? What are you listening to? Who are you surrounding yourself with? What environment are you soaking yourself in? If you are in a WhatsApp group where they're consistently complaining about how men are dogs, believe me, as a woman, you will always have that mindset. If you are, yes, I'm sorry, I got on the table, I broke it down immediately as we just started. If you are in a Facebook group where they're always talking about how women are consistently looking for money and they never do anything of their own, and so on and so forth, or you get on Instagram and the people that you follow are showing a lifestyle of riches and easy wins and wealth, you will immediately, maybe not even immediately, but gradually, you will start to think like where you immerse yourself in. We need to be careful what we feed our thoughts. So what are you watching? Again, what are you listening to? And I know that this is a family event, so I just want to sound this note of warning and encourage us as parents to be very careful about what we allow our children to immerse themselves in, what you allow them to watch and listen to. Even the conversations you have around them, they are so important for their mental and emotional health. a lot of us have a Nigerian background. And sometimes when we're discussing money, if your child comes to ask you about something and you say, hey, does money grow on trees? You are immediately influencing that child and pulling them away from what is called the abundance mindset. If you, as a Nigerian, yes, you're a hard worker and you say, I work hard for my money, do you think it's easy? And so on and so forth. Gradually, you're letting that child know that, hey, resources are scarce, so it's not easy for us to do this. But you see, that is it's not positive. It's negatively influencing that child. As they grow up, they will not be able to manage and multiply wealth the right way. That was just an aside, and I'm sure that was for somebody. Anyway, so as I was saying, what are you feeding your thoughts? And of course, your children, your family, and so on. So be careful about what you see, what you hear, what you listen to, what you are surrounded by. In a typical wellness conversation such as this, I would give my top wellness tips. And I call it this popular slogan, eat, sleep, play, repeat. You know, when you are first born or when you have a newborn child, you say that's the only work these children have, right? They are just there to eat, to sleep, and to play. Think about it with you as an adult. You need the right kind, quality, and quantity of nutrition to influence your mental and emotional health. Yes, you know, or if you didn't know, now you know that there are some types of fish that you can eat and it will immediately put you in a better mood than when you started eating. There are some fruits and vegetables that increase the production of serotonin in your blood, right? So we can always influence our wellness by the kinds of foods that we eat. Not every time, Eba. And I like poundo yam, so no shade to those that like solid foods, right? But you must have the right quality and quantity of foods. We're in Canada, we have the opportunity to get so many types of vegetables, supplements, you know, fruits. There's so much around us. It's so important for us to feed, yes, our minds, but also feed your body the right kinds of foods. Next, I mean, as a baby, all the baby does is eat and sleep. Hey guys, I was with a newborn this entire weekend. All the baby was doing was eating and sleeping, and that was my life because I was catering to him. And we also, as adults, we need the right kind of sleep and the right quantity of sleep. I'm not here to tell you that you must sleep 8 full hours per night. You know your schedule, you know what you can do, you know whether or not you can slot in a nap somewhere, but it's so important for you to get the right kind of rest. Play. Hey, play, whether you're going to play cards with your kids or you will run around in the backyard or you go to the park and get some sunlight. You need to inject physical activities that increase your heartbeat, not just that get your mind engaged. Also, you need activities that will help you commune or be in, be in community with family and loved ones. So I know that eTiketify does this game night and I watched it yesterday. It was so interesting. It was fun, but you can also put on those kind and engage in those kind of activities with your family and friends. So eat, sleep, play, repeat. Repeat is what I'm going to use to emphasize the importance of routines. So whatever activities that you choose to embark on when you're eating, if you say you're going to eat so and so amount of food every day, or you're going to take this amount of sleep, or you're going to have this amount of sleep every day, or you're going to exercise with your friends on Zoom every day at a certain time, make routines out of it. Did you know that brushing your teeth just once a day is never going to give you healthy white teeth, right? Your doctor, your dentist will say, brush your teeth twice a day, every day, for as long as you shall live, because it's all about routines. It's not one thing that you do once that will make the difference. It's what you do every day and regularly that makes the difference. So pick up a habit, decide what you're going to do in your eat, sleep, play routine, and make it a routine, make it something that you can depend on, and try to stay consistent, because, consistency is what wins the game. And so I can say all these things because, yes, I am a mental and emotional health professional. I am your soul coach. But what really makes you happy? So I can coach Arike and tell her, hey, do this, do that, don't do this. But she must customize it to her context. If for some reason, because she has 3 children, she cannot afford to take a nap during the day, I'm not going to force her to. And she herself shouldn't force herself to do that just because she sees other people that do it. You must customize your happy. What makes you happy? Right? So whatever activities, it must be set within the context of your environment and of your situation. Happiness means pleasure, contentment, satisfaction. Customize your prescription to your own situation. I am almost done, but I really want to highlight being happy versus being addicted. Every single one of these activities, any one of them that you decide to undertake, can become a source of an addiction. You can be chained to too much exercise. You can be chained, that is wrapped up and locked into the kind of foods, and you're on a diet and you become so paranoid about eating. That can cause an addiction. You can say, oh, I'm going to sleep so and so amount of hours, and then you can get addicted to sleep. Yes, there's such a thing as too much sleep, right? So any one of these activities can, in the process of you trying to be happy, they can become an addiction. We all know that you can be addicted to even prescription drugs. You can be addicted to taking a break and just taking a shot or a sip of something, but then it can go downhill gradually and you're addicted to alcohol or to enhancement drugs or to social media or to Netflix. You can sit down, just to watch an episode, to take a break, but you can be there for 5 hours saying, oh, I'm just relaxing. I'm just, letting go of my worries. But it has become an addiction and you're not doing other things that are meaningful with your life. So there's a fine line between doing what makes you happy versus being locked or chained to an addiction. So I just want to sound that note of warning. We have to be very careful. And just like the mayor of Brampton spoke about, she's the mayor of Brampton, or the councillor, the lady that spoke just before me, she talked about community. I want to highlight that so importantly, because the network of Nigerians in Canada and all the various people that I know organize these things, we emphasize community. Let's not take it for granted. Being amongst people that share your values, can relate to your context, is so important. So you know that you're not alone. I know that I can holler at my girl, Miriam, or I can holler at Arike and say, oh, I'm tired. I just want to vent. This is what Deji did to me, But I can do it in confidence if I need to, because I have built a trusted community. It's so important for us to do this in community. And so part of the wellness tips that I would give also is for you to reach out to people. Even if you feel that you're all good by yourself, reach out to someone else and be good for them too. Be that sounding board, be that listening ear. Help somebody else along the way. It's very important. And you find that when you do something for other people, you get a sense of fulfillment. You're uplifted. Even if you were fine before, your happiness goes to another level. It takes it higher a notch. And lastly, please reach out to a professional whenever you need it. It's okay not to be okay. We all know this now, but I just want to reemphasize it. If you are not having a good time, if this pandemic is really making it hard for you to go through your normal daily activities, if you experience sudden tiredness, if you are experiencing mood swings, if you see and you notice a loss or a decrease in your libido, or in your interest in playing with your kids, doing things that make you happy, please, please, please reach out to someone. Don't be silent, okay? Thank you all so very much. It was such a great opportunity to speak to you all. Thank you.